Welcome to 2025. I wanted to take a couple of minutes this morning just to share as you embark on this new year, I understand that we all have resolutions and goals, things that we want to achieve, and we earmark the beginning of the year as a moment where we can make that actual shift. What I would like to encourage you is, along with those goals and resolutions, whatever you want to do, I would like to encourage you to adopt an evolutionary mindset. And I know I say this all the time, but it fundamentally changes how you relate to achieving those goals and resolutions. I was talking with a friend recently because I said I struggle to find the language that really speaks to people so they understand the nuanced difference between just setting a goal and achieving a goal that's external and actually making that internal shift. And he said, well, what's your fundamental message? And I thought about it a moment, and really at the foundation is, it's not about doing, it's about being, which I understand is not a new message at all. That message has been around forever, just about. The problem is we hear that and we're like, okay, I'm going to change my being. I'm going to be different. And we set about being different by doing something different. And so we get back into the same cycle. So the question is how do we get out of the cycle of trying to change our being by doing and focusing on the being part? And that doesn't mean we don't do the things we want to do, but it isn't about doing something to affect the being. We use the doing as a litmus test or a bumper, so to speak. We use the world around us as a bumper to kind of see where we're at. But the world around us will never tell us who we are. That comes from inside. So what I encourage you to do is set those goals, set the resolutions. But when you do that, look beneath the surface. Start examining who is the person that has the things I want, whether it's a level of health, fitness, finance, whatever that is. That's the very superficial byproduct of a state of being. And that state of being is generosity, compassion, discipline. You have healthy boundaries. What are those values that underlie the thing that you would hope to achieve? And as you go into the new year, that goal is in the distance, but your focus is on, who am I being? Am I being the generous person? Am I being the disciplined person? Whether it's a matter of how you spend your money, how you eat, how you nourish your body. Who am I being? Am I being the disciplined person? It's not just about, I make myself get up, but it's understanding that this is who I am. And I'm not sure if that is actually explaining the difference in the way I hear it in my head. But when we focus on who am I being, those externals will automatically come. The external draws us out there, draws our attention in the direction we want to go. But it's going to move eventually. The earmark always moves. We're in the physical world, change is constant. And so that target will always move. When we place our goal on that target and we try to force it, and we say, well, I am who I am, but I want to achieve that thing. Well, if who you are is who you are and you don't have that thing, there's no reason to expect that even if you achieve that thing, that it will be sustainable. In order to achieve that end, you have to fundamentally be a different person. And at the foundation of all of that are the values and the ethics and the principles that define us. And so if you shift your focus to the goal, I keep saying goals, to the values and the ethics and the principles that underlie those externals, you never have to worry about the externals changing, because you will have that foundation that says, this is who I am, and who I am is stable. The world is changing, but who I am is stable. I am loving, I am compassionate, I am generous, I am forgiving, whatever that is for you. So I encourage you, as you go into this new year, to go into the year with an evolutionary mindset. It creates a paradigm shift in how you relate to the world, because it's no longer about achieving an external. It becomes about an internal change, and that is the only thing that you ultimately have control over. You might achieve the externals temporarily, but until the internal changes, anything external will be fleeting. By all means, I'd love to hear your comments, your feedback, questions, any dialogue. I mean, even if it's the haters out there, let's see what shows up and we can start a conversation. Otherwise, have a happy new year and best of luck in 2025.